Organic.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Caps?
Yo, my guy, how you doing, man?
I'm
Hey,
good.
I appreciate you calling up. Every time you pull up, they say we have a fire interview, so you already know.
Hell yeah, man. I
I
got a
mean,
lot of food, man.
you here? Front page
Hmm.
news as usual. You know what's funny about you, bro? You know what's funny about you? When I seen Jae Millz respond to A Ward, right, and
Hmm.
make the comment about the four figures, in the back of my mind, the first thing I thought was, oh, Organic probably gonna respond to this. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
mean,
people know you can get outspoken at times.
I can. You know what I mean? Obviously, I think anybody can, especially when it comes to defending a brand you've spent 20 years building. And it's not even really about me. It's about the artist on the brand. When you defame King of the Dot, you're defaming everybody that's coming over here and putting in work. You're trying to devalue the whole value capture of the brand. You know what I mean? And my response to Mills wasn't that whatsoever. I was trying to be respectful, saying, like, listen, if you don't set a price and you tell someone to make an offer, no one can judge your personal perceived value. No one knows what's going on in your own head for how you value yourself. So if you ask for an offer, someone sends you an offer, you don't agree, cool, that's it. But to go online and bash them after, how is anybody going to feel comfortable sending offers your way if they think you're just going to take it, run online and bash them? You know what I mean? No one can understand your personal perceived value. That's a personal thing. And this is me saying I respect Mills. I'm a fan of
Yeah,
Mills. You know how long I grew up in battle rap. You
yeah.
don't respect me, fuck you. I get respect from the rappers you look up to. Like I know Mills bars from, I used that shit was my MSN name as a kid, bro. You know what I mean? So this is not like I'm trying to shit on Mills. And here's a funny thing. If you actually go to my first response to him, no one even responded to it for 24 hours,
Okay.
right? I responded and I didn't quote it, so none of my followers seen it, nothing like that. I was just saying, like, bro, like, personally, any offer should be appreciated. If someone's coming to you, valuing your services, asking, showing interest in your services, that should be appreciated. Whether you guys can come to an agreement or not, it's still like a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I've never even had a conversation with Mills myself, ever. The offer came from who I work with, Canova Capone. You know what I mean? And he was gauging interest, trying to see what we can make happen for World Dom. Day two is the beatdown event. Now the stuff that we're saying, there is no 5 round battles. When the fuck has King of the Dot ever done a 5 round battle?
So it wasn't 5 rounds.
Go on King of the Dot's channel and try to find me a 5 round fucking battle right now. Ever.
Huh.
I have the emails. I can show you. It's two 90-second rounds and a third round, 3 times 8 bars, which equals in total 4 minutes of rapping. The whole thing. Plus, you get 25% pub master, or sorry, 50% of the writing masters when we release it on all DSP platforms, because these are battles on beats. So everybody that battled on the platform, they get pub and masters. They own ownership in the content. So it's not just a flat fee. There's back end stuff that comes with it. You get to bring your producer to the table. You get to bring promotion on that side. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to
But where
say.
did
If you
five
got,
rounds come from?
who knows, brother? You know what I mean?
Um,
Who knows?
okay,
Go on our
okay.
channel and try to find a battle with 5 fucking rounds. We've never done that. If you go look at Reed Dollars versus Jazz, that was the exact concept we're doing. It's two 90-second rounds and 3 times 8 bars as the third round. It's a 9 minute battle, Reed Dollars versus Jazz the Rapper. 9 minutes long. Why the fuck would I be paying people like they're up here doing 5 minute a cappella rounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a concept of an event that we were doing for the first time ever. No one's, it's a battles on beats in Toronto for the first time ever. We're reaching out to people, seeing who want to get down, who want to be involved, if people want to or not. Cool, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of battle fans, when they're throwing around numbers, it's like, y'all really don't understand the economics of this shit. There's two people in a battle. If two people, let's just say the numbers are 2,500, then you have flights and travels. That's going to be about another $1,000 each. Okay, now we're at about 3,500 each. That's 7 grand. We're the respectfully, right? Due diligence on YouTube right now. What are Jae Mill's last two battle rap views?
Uh,
How many people were in the crowd when he
you
battled
mean you
Mark
mean
One?
bat you mean battling wise,
Yeah,
not on beat, but
no,
battling wise.
and on beat, whatever it is. The last two things, because you got to remember, this offer was made in January. He'd only disc good. He only had like two disc songs out at this time.
Oh, this was in January.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
only
but
has
you know
two.
what though? He was bombing on DNA
He
Goods
was.
before.
He was. Listen, I'm not going to take away from that, brother. I'm a fan of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you ask people to make an offer, we're going to go do our due diligence with analytics, right? We got to go see how many people in the crowd when you and doing an event anywhere. If there's 30 people in the crowd, okay, this is in your hometown. There's only 30 people out. How many people are going to come out to see you in Canada that don't know, you know what I mean? So we got to judge how many tickets you're going to sell, how many views are you getting on your battles. So do me a favor right now. His battle versus Marv one. Go on ChatGPT. Ask what the YouTube revenue is for 31,000 views.
I used to go to Chat GBT.
Yeah, just for the sake of it.
All
What
right, give
is
me
the
some.
YouTube revenue on a 31,000 view battle?
All right. Hold on, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. All right, boom. What's the revenue for? I already know where we're going with this. What's the revenue?
You got to remember, I don't like. Well, we're gonna get there. Hold up.
Hold on, let me see. Because I do know, I mean, I'm a content creator, so I do know that it comes down to ads and all that good shit. I mean, it's just gonna be
And battle
green,
rap is
yellow.
low, and battle rap is as low CPM as you can get,
Yeah, it's definitely nasty right now. I ain't gonna lie about that. It's definitely
right?
nasty. All right, it says, all right, according, hold on, hold on. RPM for RPM. See, it comes down to the RPMs for real, because that's the only way to really answer the
Hey,
question.
what's the general? You know what I mean?
RPM is one. All right, this is RPM. If it's $1, it's $31. If it's $4, it's 124. If it's $8, it's 248. Jesus Christ, bro. If
So
it's
200
$20,
on high
it,
CPM, 31,000 views brings in $248. If he's not
yeah,
selling
for
tickets,
$8 RPM, an RPM is per thousand views.
yeah.
Every thousand views is $8.
Okay, so 31,000 times eight, or what is it? Like 31 times eight. We're talking like a couple $100. You know what I mean? So
That's about
again,
240. Yeah, that's yeah.
we're not talking long rounds. This is 90-second rounds with 3x8 bars at the end, right? Like in a brand new format that isn't selling on pay-per-view. Like no one's buying World Dom to see day two. People are buying World Dom to see Tay-Rock versus Shardy, Diz versus Sharon, Jazz versus A-Ward, Real Sick versus Ill Will. Day two was, people didn't even know half the battlers on there. Candy, Ren DMC. We had a dance hall battle. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do the economics because everything is real economics and business is business. So if you're not going to be selling $2,000 worth of tickets, which would be what, you know what I mean? Like our tickets in Toronto, we're selling for $50. So you know what I mean? You would have to sell around, 100 tickets, bro. Look at the venue. How many people are in there with all the
Yeah,
big names on there?
but I gotta be real organic. He's the most lit person in battle rap right now.
Now, this offer was January when he only had two
But he
disc songs
kind of
out.
was then. He was then.
I mean,
You got to remember that the height of all of this was when he beat DNA and Goods. That was
okay,
before
still.
January.
Okay, but still, if that hype should translate to battle views, his most battle release is still at 31,000 views. It should convert over. Okay, and type this. How many views?
What was his
Wait, wait,
last
wait,
battle?
wait,
When was
wait,
his
wait.
last
How many
battle?
views is he getting when he doesn't have the SEO value of another popular battle rap capture in the title of his views? Go on his YouTube channel and scroll back to before and look. If there's not another popular battle rapper diss in it, where are the views? He released I'm not even trying to shit on anybody. I'm just trying to be logical with analytical stuff. If you ask someone to make an offer, they're going to go to the analytics. You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, I've never even spoke with Mills. This offer didn't even come from me. So him doing all this, like you a guest visitor shit, like It's just corny, man. You know what I
But you know what?
mean?
All right, one question, organic. All right, it
Mhm.
didn't come from you, but
It's
obviously your partner who offered him the 2,500.
mm-hmm.
Was you aware of that it was
Yeah,
2,500 being
yeah,
offered?
yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Hmm.
But okay, there's also two people in a battle. Where's all this money coming from? If you're only generating that on views, you know what I mean? Like, and then again, I respect him. I'm not here to ever shit on anybody, brother. That's not my game. I'm here to build battle rappers, not break them and tear them down. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
response on Twitter was saying, like, bro, if you ask someone to make an offer in private, they make an offer. If it's not what you expect, and then you go bomb on them on Twitter, like, how would people feel comfortable making you an offer? You're gonna push people away that maybe like, you know what, I don't wanna be bombed on Twitter. I'm just gonna stay away. That was my only point. And I said it respectfully. I even said it. I didn't come at him tearing him down or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm not here to do that with people, man. You know, I'm here
I,
to put battles together, whether you want to be involved or not. That's cool. I've been doing this 19 years. I've Another thing, you know, how much money have I put in people's pockets over the years? Type that in ChatGPT. How much is fucking KOTD paid out in fucking battle rap fees in the 19 years?
yeah, it's crazy. I made a blog. I don't know if you've seen it earlier or not, but I actually said that already. But I do got a question for you. Do you
It's
feel
in
like
the
you a
million.
guest?
It's in the millions.
Oh, do you feel like you're a guest in battle rap? In battle rap. Now, I want you to think about it. I want you
I
to
feel
think
like
about. I want you to think about your
I don't
answer.
feel anything. I know I'm a guest in hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? And
I
I'm not
said
gonna.
battle rap. I didn't say hip hop. I said battle rap. But I'm gonna tell you why. I don't feel like you a guest. That's my personal opinion. But go ahead.
I think that's a a question that can that's a diversion question. The second that I get thrown there, it's making diversion away from the original topic. It's rallying people to now start like almost like a race war. You know what I mean? Like you're drawing a line in the sand to divert from the actual conversation. Where did that even come from? From me trying to like, you know what I mean?
You've been here for over 20 fucking years. You done put niggas money. You done put money in niggas' pockets. You done
Millions,
bought candidates back.
millions,
How much?
millions.
Millions.
Type it in ChatGPT. I've been here for 20 years.
Whoa. Millions.
Ask ChatGPT now how much, like again, and this is great. I have the
Okay.
actual accounting.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Type in and ask how much KOTD is paid out in battle rap fees in the 19 years they've been in existence.
Whoa. Million. Hey, how much is KLT?
Legit. And that's with an S. That's plural.
Wow. I
I
didn't,
just
I
want
didn't,
you, I just want you to see because I think a lot of people they get caught up in what's recent, yada yada. I just want to know, and this may be right, it may be wrong. I don't know what your chat GPT is saying, but I just want to, you know what I mean? I'm putting myself out there in the line of fire. It could come out and be completely wrong and make me look stupid right now, but I'm very confident.
yeah. All right. Maybe I'm saying the wrong shit in. All right, hold. It says there's no public total for how much money King of the Dot has paid out to battle rappers over its history. Payment in the league, like most of the industry, operates on a contract-to-contract basis, with top-tier battles in the industry ranging from a few thousand to tens of thousands per performance. You said millions, though. Like, hold up. There got to be a way to
I've
find
been
this
doing
shit.
events for we're turning 19 in August, brother.
I mean, I already know that, bro. You done been here for mad long. Like, that's the reason why I look at it a certain kind of way. Like you put mad working on this motherfucker, bro. So I'm not really cool with this. You a guest shit. You did a lot more than all these motherfuckers, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, all right, you're a guest, but you did all this shit, but you're the guest because you're white from Canada. But
But
yeah, we got niggas like, and I ain't trying to be funny. I'm gonna say it niggas to say it. Dre Dennis, he's a league owner who battle raps like you did. He has
mhm,
not put the work in that you did. Why the fuck are you a
Dre's
guest?
put in a lot of
It's shit
work.
weird, man. I don't know, man.
Dre's put in a lot of work. Dre's battled more than anybody. He's throwing events. He's putting on for people
I'm
too.
not
So,
trying to diss him, but I'm trying to
you
make a
know,
point here, though. You did more than him, is what I'm trying to say. Fuck all that shit.
yeah.
You did more than him, but you're the guest. I ain't cool with that shit. I'm gonna be
But
real.
that's again, that's a diversion tactic, brother. That's diverting people away from the main point to get people to rally on your side using race as an angle. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm considered a guest is because of my skin color.
That's what I'm saying. I
You know
made
what I
a
mean?
earlier. That's what I'm saying. Are you a guest because you're white.
Of
Straight
course.
up.
Of
Are
course.
you a guest because you're white?
Of
The
course,
after you
and I
nigga,
may be
if
a
we want to keep
guest,
on
but
real
I
with you,
may
hold
be a
on, hold on.
guest, but I moved in, built a house, and used that house to house dozens of others, and made sure that they had money to provide for their families. The amount of people that I hit me up to pay their rent, Christmas gifts, yada yada. I've been there for so many fucking battle rappers over the years, and you don't hear me ever jump online and bash people for that or try to use that as a leverage to me. Like, I don't even want to be the host of King of the Dot, bro. Like, I don't even care for it. I like doing it for the sake of having something, that builds community. I have a moral responsibility now to continue to be a key figure for this community that we've built. If I abandon it now, I'm abandoning every single battler that stepped on this platform and entrusted that I will hold their legacy in place. You know what I mean? It hurts when you see battle leagues go out of business and all of a sudden those battles die. The algorithm will never work for them again. Their legacy is tied to a channel that'll never have another upload again. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care to make this about me. It's never been about me. I don't fucking come out here and try to be the face and the star of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
No, no,
like
no,
that
no, no.
whatsoever.
But I did want to feel. Well, that's not feel, but I did want to hear how you felt about the whole you a guest shit. Because here's the thing about it. I get where Jae Millz coming from. I don't know you. You from Canada. I did more
Hmm.
over here. I gave Mook the shot. I was on making a band. I got signed to Young Money, platinum joints off of Battle
Legendary.
Rap. I get that. But
Legendary.
when you leave and you're still here and you carrying bad, mind you, you was here before URL started. I think a
Hmm.
lot of niggas don't even know that shit. And you've been in for 20 years
Hmm.
and you battled. You're not some nigga who got money putting it into the culture, just booking niggas, paying them and da da da, like a Teddy Grizzle or some shit like that. You're not doing
Brother,
that.
you know how
You
much
was in the
outside money
field.
I've brought into this? Everybody knows I ran like the biggest black market cannabis company in Canada for 10 years. I was funding it completely to fund battle rap. The amount of times I've put 100K into events that don't come from battle rap is ridiculous. You know what I mean? I do very well outside of battle rap. You know what I mean? I always have, and I'm happy to put money into it. But at the end of the day, like, we're going to do what we do. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy it. The beat battles are 90-second rounds. There's no 5-round battles. These are 90-second round battles,
Wow. So he
you
lied
know?
about that. Did J Mills lie about it being 5 rounds?
Of
Basically.
course. So the format is go watch Read and Jazz. And that's the format. Read and Jazz is on YouTube. It's 11 minutes in total. Cut out the intro. It's probably about 8 minutes in rapping. 4 minutes each. It equals like a round of acapella material where you don't need to worry about every like single syllable punch, everything mattering. You can ride on a beat. You can kind of have fun with the concept. It's not near as serious. It's a lot less stressful than acapella battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, and again, if we hit you up to gauge your interest and you're like, make an offer, how do we know your personal perceived value of yourself without discussing it first? No one's going to jump and offer you the largest number. That's crazy. You know what I
But
mean?
all right, but
And
question. All right, but
yeah, yeah.
I do got a question for you. I do got a question for you. Let's cut you
Yes,
off,
sir.
right?
Yeah.
So if y'all offer him 2,500, was there a conversation after that where it could
No.
have went up?
I mean, it could have, you know what I mean? But it never got there because, again, I wasn't really engaged in this conversation. This was pretty much Canova reaching out to people, gauging their interest, kind of seeing where the price is at, where their head's at, if they want to be involved, if they like the format. Like, nothing even went beyond that. It was 2 emails sent back and forth between someone that works with me, a staff member, who, does a lot of great shit for King of the Dot. He runs the walk down as well, you know what I mean? And he came with us to help blow beat battle rap up and put some work into it. You know what I mean? So
Y'all didn't even negotiate on the price. You said 2,500.
I've
He
never
said
had a
no, and that
conversation
was
with Mills
it.
in my I've never had a conversation with Mills in my life, brother. Me and him have never had a direct conversation. We've never said hi and he said hi back. That's never even happened. That's why it's just so funny that, like, but again, I respect them. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, but if you don't set a price publicly or you don't hit people up and they're like, hey, are you interested in respond? Like,
Now we
hey,
had a guess. You
Here's
gotta
my
guess
price.
where you coming from. Yeah.
Exactly. And how do we know? Like, no one's going to fucking, everybody's going to kind of just throw something out there. I'm gauged on your response. If you're like, oh, yeah, I want 50K or I want this, the conversation's over because we're so far in between. It's not worth
Yeah.
negotiating because it's going to turn into an argument. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to devalue people. I'm not trying to jump online and really even attack Mills, bro. I respect Mills, bro. Like, I grew up a fan of Mills. You know what I mean? I grew up a fan of battle rap. I'm still a fan of battle rap. You can find me on his diss tracks, the King of the Dot channel, probably putting flames, supporting it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right.
I think a
Well,
lot of people in chat don't understand how many battle rappers are getting paid these prices. The blown up perception is crazy. You know, there's a couple.
what you mean? What you mean?
Well, there's a couple people that are going to earn bigger money, but 98% or 95% of the scene isn't generating like that, bro. Like, where is this money coming from? People just do the numbers, especially when you go to a smaller country. Everybody knows international shows. If you an artist, I had this conversation with Drake when we were booking Blackout. He was dumbfounded at the fact that people are not lowering the numbers to do international shows. He's like, bro, I don't get paid the same if I do MSG or I go do Edmonton, Canada. He's like, the market changes. Canada's 30 million people, not 400 million like America. We're not London. We're not none of that. We're our economy is much smaller. You know what I mean? So like you can't expect the same finances and everything. That's why it's
Mm.
always just gauging interest. You want to come out here, look, we can offer this, we can do that. Outside of the offer with all these beat battles for everyone else jumping in, you get 50% pub and masters on the battles. Your producer gets pub and masters. You guys own pieces of the content when it gets released, and you get paid off the view structure of it. You know what I mean? If they go out on Spotify, when they do, because they are going out on Spotify and Apple Music, you will be able to sign up and collect your pub and masters from that. That's all in all the contracts.
So
Every
that's
single
more
battle.
thousands. You think that's thousands or what?
It depends if they stream well. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That
Okay.
really depends on the numbers. I'm not gonna, you know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
You
not gonna
can't
lie
guarantee shit.
and hype it up or anything, but we're trying to change a little bit of the concept of giving people ownership in the material. You know what I mean? Because it's on beat. You get to bring your producer gets to be involved, your producer gets to get promoted visually throughout the battle. It says underneath, produced by, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to just do cool new shit and introduce a new format. Of course, we're not going to just go out and pay 20 grand to every battler on a new format when we don't even know if anybody will buy the format yet. There's no paying fan base for on beat battle rap yet. It's not a cappella where people are like, oh, I need to make sure I stay home today. This guy's battling this guy. I can't miss it because we're already at season 17 of a cappella. If people missed something, they feel like they've missed a channel or a step in the story. On beat battle rap is not there yet. You know what I mean? It's going to take a while. There's not even an on beat battle that's hit 100,000 views in how many years? You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
you got to
Okay.
build shit first, and that's why we just reach out to people, gauge interest, see where their heads at, and see if we can work together. There's no hostility. If people, bro, do you know how many people have hit me with crazy numbers? Do you see me jump online and bash them? If that's your personal worth, I'm never gonna devalue you. I respect it. I hope you go get it somewhere. You know what I mean?
Organic. Are we at the end of the days when it comes to battle rap? I gotta ask you, man. We got fucking battles. No, like every event we have, damn near there's two, three no shows. An event just went down. Where second event I seen, John had one. Now this event where the battles came up, they showed up, they wrote, they performed. The back end wasn't there, and now the excuse is I'm not gonna drop the battle, so we're even. Like, what are we doing with battle rap, Organic?
That's not how we roll. You know what I mean? I want to just say like again, I do this to promote the rappers, bro. This isn't about me. It costs, we lose so much money throwing events because it costs money. These aren't beat battles. There's audio production, there's auto mixing and mastering, there's all the rentals to even record audio, there's filming, editing, venues, promotion, marketing. So much stuff that goes into this. To edit a battle costs money. People aren't just doing this shit for fun. You know what I mean? So I don't know what other people are doing. I can't speak on other people.
That's no mercy.
I can only
My
speak
fault.
on what we do. You know what I mean? I go out of our way
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
you know what? But
And
organic.
hold on. We
All
treat
right.
people. Nobody
Damn,
comes
nigga.
the
All
king.
right, I'm gonna shut up. All
No,
right, go ahead.
nobody comes to King of the Dot and has ever complained they've been mistreated. The second you get booked on King of the Dot, when you land in Toronto, everybody will tell you. You get every single rapper walks in their hotel. There's a half ounce of weed. You have all food, snacks. You have drinks. You have whatever you want. Every single person for every event, when they come up here, look at the blogs afterwards from Geechee, Rum Nitty, Big K, everybody. I be helping getting rappers' whole charges expunged so they can travel the world. You know, Big K's
What?
in Tokyo and all that
You
shit
getting
because
charges expunged?
hell yeah, did it? How
Hold
do you
the
think
fuck
Geechee
up,
got
nigga.
in
What you be
Canada?
doing for these niggas? Talk.
How do you
Talk.
think? How do you think Geechee? Go look at the blogs. I got Geechee and Big K's all their charges expunged with a lawyer in America, so now they could travel the world. That's why it upset me with what happened to Geechee. I got mad love for Geechee, but I actually paid probably about like 40 grand in lawyer fees to get these guys' charges expunged because I fuck with them as people and humans and I want to see them go do well. I don't need to do that for people. I'm doing that because I want to see battle rap exceed. I want to see Geechee Gotti be able to go over to London. I want to see Big K be able to go to Ireland. I want to see these people be able to travel. If you go look at a couple tweets right before Geechee got arrested, he even says, yo, mad love to Organic. He's the only reason I'm able to travel. I paid for all the lawyers to do that stuff. I don't go online and tell everybody. I'm not promoting this all the time. I hate the fact that I even got to remind people of this shit because everybody just be trying to play me like I'm here to not do shit. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Organic. You're getting. You got. You're getting battle rappers' records expunged. You paid
yeah,
40 grand, not for an event, not
bro,
for
I could
battle,
tell,
to
and you
get
know,
their record expunged so they can travel.
and I still pay them to do all the battles and give them good
And
fees and treat them like
and
good when
you
they get
paid
here.
them to do the battle on top of that.
Of course.
Y'all some weirdo ass niggas if y'all talking about organic and I said it and I don't give a fuck. He's mad cool, I'm not, so don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? This is wild. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so basically, brother, like I own a cannabis company in Canada. You know, like I said, I was doing very well. You know what I mean? I worked with someone I know that does concert promotions, and I was able to see, like, man, they're able to get all these rappers over here that got crazy charges, gun charges, all that. So I had a conversation with them. I said, bro, like, I got some battle rappers that I think would be dope to bring to Canada. Like, how can I do that? They hooked me up with a lawyer. You know, I got on with them. You know, I'll even promote her, Shadow Dasha. You know what I mean? Her name is DASHA. You can look her up if you got on to get your charges expunged. So you want to travel, look her up, mention KOTD. She'll probably hook you up. You know what I mean? And we worked for a couple months to make that happen. You know, it takes a lot because, you know, salute to the rappers as well because they got to go do all their fingerprinting. They got to do all that stuff and able to build this, like, you know, this bond basically with the courts so they can go. You know, Geechee was very difficult because he had a lot of charges and they were very recent. What helped him was the fact that he did community service a couple times and we were able to leverage these things to show, like, listen, if you don't provide these opportunities for him, you're keeping them stuck in the same realm that they're living in, which doesn't allow them to grow. The whole point of rehabilitation is allowing people to grow. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So give a little bit of trust to them, put some rope and allow them to move around a little bit and see how it moves and affects them and if it does it positively in their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we worked with for Geechee and Big K. You can see the blogs. Geechee's talked about it a bunch of times. I don't have to go on my Twitter and tell
no, I
people what I'm
swear to
doing for
God, I did
people
not know
behind the
that shit. I
scenes.
did not know
You know
that.
what I
Hey,
mean?
hey, this summer, any cookout I'm coming to, you can come. You good.
Okay.
You good, nigga.
Brother,
The fuck
bro,
you
I'm
mean?
not, listen, man, I don't even care for all that shit. I'm not out here trying to be like, oh, I'm the white boy in battle. Like, man, I
Nah,
don't
nah.
care. You know what I mean? Like,
Can I ask you a
I just
question? Can
show
I ask
up,
you a question?
I
It's
just
just,
show up, do my thing, try to get rappers paid, try to put them in front of thousands of fans that in a country where a lot of people aren't really paying attention to what's going on down south. Every battle rapper that's ever came to Canada will tell you, like, bro, we bring out thousands of people. Look at Blackout. Look at World Domination. There's
what,
eight, 900 people. Look at Stay Forever. Past Day died. We raised 250 grand for his
that's the rest
family.
in peace, Pastor.
Bishop passes. We throw events doing honoring his legacy. We're doing all sorts of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the amount of shit that we do for rappers behind the scenes is crazy, but I'm not going to come up publicly and name
Yeah,
names
yeah,
for
yeah,
what I do.
yeah,
I'm only going to
yeah, yeah.
speak on the stuff that other rappers have mentioned publicly because I'm not here for the pat on the back or the
So
class.
you done
Not
did
why I
what?
did
So
none of
you
this
done did
shit.
way more. You done did
Yeah,
way more behind the scenes.
of course. Other people will speak on that if they
You're
want
not
to
a
one
fucking
day, but
guest, organic, and you don't gotta say it. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm black. 100%. I don't give a fuck. You're not a guest in battle rap, in my opinion, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Period.
Yeah. Word,
Period.
man. I'm not gonna argue that fact because again, it's a diversion
No, no,
tactic
no,
and
no, no.
it
Let's fuck that,
but
nigga.
it puts me in
You
a
not a
position where
guest.
if I say I'm not, that's gonna be clipped and I don't if people want to view me at that, that's cool.
You
That's your
shouldn't be,
view, that's
my
your
nigga.
perception.
You
That's
can't
on
walk
you.
on eggshells in the culture that you've been in for 20 years. Got all these
20,
accolades.
brother.
But,
20
huh?
20 is how long I've been running a league.
So how long you been in the culture? Keep going.
I've been battling since 2001.
Which means how many
I'll
years?
send you clips.
25?
I'll send you clips right when this is done of me battling in
Nigga, I
2001
don't think you lying. So we
as a
talking about 25 years?
14-year-old kid, in stadiums where I'm 100% the only white person in that motherfucker, bro. But like, again, this is just what I
So
love to
how are you a
do.
guest? You been
Huh?
here 25 years. How are you a guest?
Bro, if
And
people
I
want to view
get it.
me as a
You're in a
guest,
wild
that's their
situation.
perception. I can't tell
Yeah.
people how to view me. You know what I'm saying? If people want to view me as a guest, that's their perception. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? I can't change your mind if you look that way.
Well, organic. You're on my platform, and I'm telling you, you're not a fucking guest. That's what
I
I say.
appreciate
I don't give a
it.
fuck with nobody. I don't give a fuck what if Smack said otherwise. I would never give a fuck. You're not a guest, my nigga. That's some
Yeah.
bullshit
But
right there.
you know what? The fact that this is what the conversation came to is crazy because it was never about that. It was just me saying, like, bro, if I make you one, if and not even me, if an offer comes in private, why would you dog it publicly? You're gonna push people away to feel like, damn, maybe I shouldn't make an offer. I don't want to get dragged on Twitter. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to have a private conversation and it go and get dragged on Twitter
Yeah.
as like leverage, and that's all I was saying. I'm not here to shit on Mills, bro. I'm a fan first. Like I said, when I was fucking 14 on MSN, that was my fucking name for like 3 years was you don't I just told you the bar, the whole like, you
Yeah.
respect me, fuck you. I get respect from the rappers you look up to. You know what I mean? Like, I even said it as my response to Mills. I said, like, respectfully, I'm a fan first, and I'll continue to be a fan, regardless if you're on my platform or not. So I don't even understand where his energy came from because it was never no hate from me. It was more me trying to just let him understand the perceived value from the outside perception looking in. You know what I mean? As a promoter and someone that's trying to put money in people's pockets, I don't want to make an offer to someone if they're going to drag me publicly. I'm trying to give money to people that appreciate it and that I enjoy as human beings. At this point in my life, I'm only working with rappers that I like because I want to make sure that when I send money, I feel good about it too. That's what makes me still love battle rap. If I'm sending my money to a bunch of people that disrespect me, you're going to push me away from this shit.